What's up, Gear Mortals? Trey Xavier here. On today's edition of Gear God's Quality Control, we're going to be checking out the Fret Zealot. I've got a knife in one hand and a box in the other, and that can only mean one thing. Unboxing video, unboxing video, unboxing video, unboxing video. So we're going to start off with unboxing and installing the Fret Zealot so that you guys get an idea for how hard or easy it is to install it on your own guitar and what comes with it. So here we go. Oh, those sunglasses?
The hell?
Wow, these are sunglasses with bottle openers on them. When you're cool, the sun always shines on you. I think I'm sort of obligated to wear these now for the remainder of at least the unboxing. Okay, well, here it is. So the idea behind Fret Zealot is that it's little lights that go on your guitar and they light up to show you where to put your fingers for whatever song it is you're trying to learn. That is some real nice packaging. All right, let's check it out. Ooh, it's a rainbow. Installation quick reference guide. Loosen the strings, clean the fretboard, fit your Fret Zealot, remove the tape, attach the LED strips, bend over the neck, clip on the battery. So there's a universal version, but they also have a 25.5-inch scale version, and I think like a Gibson scale 24 3/4 inches, so that it'll match perfectly to your scale length guitar. So this is actually the thing that goes on your fretboard. We got some guitar picks. What's this? Oh, this is a Capo, good quality Capo. The tiniest instruction manual. It's adorable. A little USB cable, presumably to charge the thing and send information to it. A little battery pack, a little cable, little screws. I'm sure this will all be explained in the tiny instruction manual. This is my sort of beater guitar. It's like a Frankenstrat that I decoupaged. It's got the Fishman triple play hardware on there, as well as the Gizmotron hardware. If you saw my Gizmotron review, this is the guitar that I used, and this is what I use for testing out this kind of stuff, so we're gonna install it on here and see what happens. All right, we've got all the goodies here. We've got the Fret Zealot itself, and we're just gonna run through the quick setup guide here and make it happen. So all told, that was only about 20 minutes, and that was with me kind of screwing around. If you were just paying closer attention than I was, you could probably do it in a lot less. So we'll call it probably around 10 minutes maximum. So who is the Fret Zealot for? Is it only for beginners? Is it gonna do you any good if you can already play the guitar? Will it help you to learn songs? This is all stuff that I'm hoping to answer in this review. I've spent quite a bit of time with the Fret Zealot at this point, and I've learned what I'm pretty sure are most of its strengths and weaknesses. First of all, it is a great idea, if nothing else. I was pretty excited to get to review it because I love the concept, especially as someone who taught guitar for 10 years professionally. The idea that you could have a little, like almost like a home tutor to learn how to play scales and all the technical stuff, just having it laid out on the fretboard for you is pretty awesome. So then the question, of course, is, did reality live up to my expectations? In some ways, yes. In other ways, no. First of all, my biggest gripe right off the bat with the Fret Zealot is that it only goes up to the 14th fret. That's kind of sucks, but as was explained to me by the folks at Fret Zealot, it's sort of a physical restriction that they can't really, at this point yet, overcome in this sort of version 1.0. I think that if they could do better than that and get it all the way up to the 21st or 22nd, preferably the 24th fret, that would be ideal. Now, one of the advantages that this has over a system like the Fretlight, which is basically the same idea, is that you can put this on any guitar. The Fretlight comes installed in a guitar already. You're stuck with whatever guitar it is that you can get it on already. You can't put it on something. So this I slapped onto my tester guitar, which, as you can see, has the remnants of other things that I've tried. And it went on pretty easy. It was quick. It fit pretty much exactly. There's like a little bit of overhang on the higher up frets. I didn't have any problem, and I'm kind of an idiot, so I'm sure you'd be fine, you out there not an idiot. As you can see, the fretboard lights up all 14 frets and 6 strings for whatever it is that you're doing. It communicates wirelessly to your device over Bluetooth, and that's how you get the stuff from the tabs onto your guitar. So let's just real quick take a look at some of the different things that the app does. One of the sort of annoying things about the app is that it randomly will change from portrait to landscape and back. Usually at times where it makes sense, like for tabs and all that, but I kind of feel like it would be easier if it just pick one and stick with it. So there's this little tuner, which of course only works if it can hear your guitar well enough to tune. Oh, listen to that. Gives you a little ding when it's ready, just like when your Pop-Tart is done in the toaster. You can choose right or left-handed. You can tell it if there's a capo on there. You can have it go faster or slower, and the language. There are 3 different general options: play, learn, and fun. Let's take a look at learn to start off, okay? If you're a beginner, or even if you've been playing guitar for a long time and you want to expand your palette a bit, there's a bunch of stuff that you can learn here. For example, chords. Let's learn a chord real quick. Got a little color coding system here. Your 4th finger is purple, 3rd finger is yellow, 2nd finger is green, 1st finger is blue. So keep that in mind from here on out. So here we've got a little fretboard. Let's find a crazy chord that I don't know. Let's spin the wheel of destiny. C sharp 7, 5 sharp. Okay, so that's something that they've overlooked. The sharp sign goes in front of the 5, so I assume that this is a C sharp, dominant 7th, sharp 5. I'm sure we'll find out in a second here. So it's telling me where to put my finger. Do I remember the colors of the hand? Yes. White means play the open string. You can see, even though this is on the 1st fret, it's representing here is representing the open string. So, and then red means you don't play that string at all. So of course this chord is represented on this little grid on the screen, but most importantly, it's laid out right on the fretboard for you. So I know that purple is my 4th finger, as I said, yellow is the 3rd finger, green is the 2nd, and blue is the 1st. So this is a C sharp 7 sharp 5. Yeah. Mystery chord. All right. This is a chord that I have played before in my life, but not in this particular inversion. It's a finger buster. It kind of hurts right now. I'm gonna try a different inversion. We can see how many different voicings they've got. This particular chord has 13 voicings in this app, and we could try any and all of them. So here's another one. This one's gonna be a bar chord. We can tell because the blue for the 1st finger goes all the way across here. Oh my gosh, this one's... Oh yeah. Let's randomly pick 9. And then we've got another bar here. Oh! And there's 13 of these different voicings that you can learn for this one chord. That's awesome. All right, let's take a look at notes and scales. So let's say you want to know where every F sharp is on the guitar. Let's go ahead and find F sharp, which is also G flat, and it'll show you where they all are. So that's every F sharp or G flat on the guitar up to the 14th fret, of course. So if you were trying to find one, you've got all these different options now. Let's learn a new scale. Actually, if you really want to learn a bunch of scales, you should check out Relation Shapes. That's my video course on scales for the guitar. Links in the description. I shall spin the wheel of destiny and choose a random scale to learn. Mixolydian in the key of G. All right. So, wow, it lights up all the notes that are in that scale. So in this mode, in everything mode, it's just showing you every note that's in that scale everywhere on the neck. And so that gives us a ton of lights. It's a little bit confusing, but this mode is really cool if you want to learn how to improvise within that scale, because then you just put your fingers on those lights and just play away. Then there's also horizontal and vertical mode. So you can choose, if you go horizontal, you can choose the E string and just figure out where all those notes are on one string, or go to the G string. And then if you go vertical, you can pick a fret to start on. We'll start on the 3rd fret, and that shows you everything in one position. Or we can move the whole thing to the 5th fret and see everything in the 5th position. Still G mixolydian. Put it on the 7th fret. All the notes of G mixolydian that exist in the 7th position. All right, let's take a look at the lessons section. Same information about the fingers and the colors. Currently, they only have lessons from Justin Guitar, so let's take a look at beginner. Beginner's course. So obviously this is for complete beginners, the D major chord lesson. Let's see how this goes. Oh, okay. So what this does is it connects you to a lesson on YouTube by Justin Guitar, and it's synced up with the app.
Okay, here we are for our look at our first chord. This is it. This is D.
He's Australian.
This is the first chord that we're going to be.
So it's going to show you how to play a D chord. So look at that. The guitar lights up with the lesson.
At a time, and we're going to start always with our first finger, then the second finger, then the 3rd finger, then the 4th finger if we need it.
Okay.
So what I want you to do is just have
Thank you, Justin.
right here where
that's crazy.
right now. Now,
as he's talking, it's all perfectly lined up with the video. So obviously this is super beginner stuff, but this, once again, is sort of aimed at beginners. It does have features and stuff for advanced players, so we'll get to that in a little bit. But if you're just getting started, this is a great place to start. It's got these lessons. It looks like they'll be adding more soon. The app, as well as the firmware for the Fret Zealot, is constantly being updated. I know for a fact that they're fixing a lot of the things, some of the things that I have that are complaints, such as that thing about the sharp being on the wrong side of the note, that kind of stuff. That's all stuff that they can update at any time. So anything that's a software-related shortcoming can be updated in the future. Okay, so let's check out the fun section. The fun section. All right, let's check out the light show. So this is just a super fun, cool thing that you can use on stage or just for funsies in a video or whatever. If you just want the visual element of it doing a crazy thing, check it out. Here's the bolt. Beep boop, beep boop. The rainbow. Sort of just constant color change from the LEDs. Sparkler. Ooh. Look pretty cool on a dark stage, I imagine. And then random. Random as advertised. Then there's something just called random. Let's see what's in. Oh, okay. It is random. It's doing a thing. Push random again. What happens? Oh, more random light shows. Oh, it's so crazy. Random again. Ah! So if we head over to the play section, we're gonna find one of my favorite parts of the app, which is the songs section. So this is the list of songs that they have tabs for. Actually, this is just the list of artists that they have songs for tabs for. It is immense, absolutely enormous. And in case you were worried about finding your favorite obscure metal band or whatever, we've got Dimmu Borgir, Deer in Grey, Duran Duran, that's just a little bit of the Ds. I saw earlier they have Burzum guitar tabs in here. Basically anything you could think of might be on here. I have yet to be disappointed in terms of what they've got. So let's just grab something. Let's learn a Foo Fighters song, because that's not going to be incredibly difficult. Something I can do in a short period of time. Actually, I kind of want to do one that I kind of know a little bit, just to see if it's accurate. I have no idea how they got this many tabs in here in so short of a time. I don't know if they have a guy, a bunch of little monkeys typing out these tabs, or if they just got publicly available tabs off of like Ultimate Guitar or whatever and just dropped them in here. But there's thousands and thousands of songs. All right, let's do Everlong, which of course I kind of already know because I taught guitar for a long time. It's warning me that the song is in a different tuning, which I know is D. We hit the retune button, and then we're back to the tuner. It's telling me to loosen the string. So here's the downside. This kind of thing is dependent on the app hearing your guitar, and it can only do that through the microphone. Currently, I have not found a way to connect an interface to the app, okay? So like a IK Multimedia mobile interface, I wasn't able to connect it. I don't know if that's something they're going to be updating or if I'm just an idiot and I didn't do it right, but I wasn't able to connect. The system of tabs that they have in the Fret Zealot is bordering on amazing. And I say bordering on because the idea of how it works is amazing, and it is starting to inch closer to reality. And that's this thing called AI mode. And what that does is it listens, and when you play the right note, it advances the song to the next thing. But of course, it has to be able to hear the note, and right now it's not responding. So you've probably used guitar tabs before, or maybe you're a complete beginner and you haven't. So guitar tabs, if you're unaware, it's a visual representation of the fretboard, and the numbers represent what fret you're playing on, and the lines are the strings. So right now, it's telling me to play the 0, which is the open string, on the lowest string, and then you can see the light matches, okay? So, please reward me for my compliance. So, that sucks. AI mode could be great. From my understanding, they are working on it and making it better. Once they get it going, it's gonna be awesome, but so far, it's a non-starter. Normal playback mode is, as you can imagine, where it just plays the tab back and lights up the fretboard as it goes. So you can set the speed. Let's set it to half speed, so it goes nice and slow. Watch. Obviously, I was doing a terrible job, but trying to just watch the light up on the guitar rather than looking at the screen. But it's pretty awesome that you could have it light up like this, and then you can just look, so you don't have to go, oh, where's the 9th fret? 1, 2, 3, whatever. You just see it, it's lit up, there you go. Hello, I waited here for you. Fret Zealot. AI mode has a ton of potential. Normal playback mode could also be very useful. Let's try this. I'm gonna put it on 0.2 speed and see if dummy here can get it. Nice little countdown. Cool, so obviously that's a little painful to watch, but if you're actually learning the song and not just pretending to learn it like I am right now, you might have a much easier time following the lights than the on-screen tab. But you can also do either one. You can look at the tab on the screen and then look at the guitar, and confirm what you already know. Let's try something with some higher notes. So I'm just plugged into a practice amp over here to give it the best chance of hearing me. I've got it turned up a little pretty loud. So let's see if AI mode is gonna work with these higher notes. Oh, look at that. Summer has come, innocence will never last. Wake me up when AI mode works. So as you can see with AI mode, the high notes have a much higher success rate than low notes for whatever reason. That's something that Fret Zealot is gonna have to work on, but AI mode has incredible potential, and not just for eventually becoming Terminators. Real quick, just some of the things about the Fret Zealot that I thought could be improved. The firmware and app seem like they have a little ways to go, and of course they can be constantly updated, and that makes this sort of future-proof, but I feel like maybe they should have spent a little more time on it before they rolled it out. Little quirks that will be fixed in future updates, of course. I found that even after not a whole hell of a lot of use, the sort of outer finish on it is flaking off a little bit. It's got that kind of plastic covering coming off look already, and I've only had it for a couple months. Of course, it's not going to be universal for every guitar, but I found that it fit perfectly until these top couple of frets, and then it's kind of hanging over, and it sort of pokes your fingers as you're playing on the high frets, which might be annoying for beginners especially. Of course, this is sort of a bulky hassle to have on the headstock of your guitar. This wire hanging down, not ideal. I guess I could probably move it to here and it would be more out of the way. Yeah, actually, now that I look at it, it's not that bad, but it can be a little bit in the way. Like I said, I wasn't able to connect an interface to the app, which I think would solve a lot of problems with the AI. If you could plug in direct and it could hear the sound of your guitar direct, and they could have maybe some kind of an amp sim thing built in so that you could play back through an amp sound, and the AI could hear it directly, it would probably work a lot better. These, of course, are all pretty minor complaints. I think overall the Fret Zealot is pretty sick. So although I have a couple reservations about the Fret Zealot, overall I think it could be an absolutely incredible tool, especially for beginners or learning guitar players, or even some advanced guitar players who want to learn some new stuff, new voicings for chords that you might already know, or scales that you don't know, or learning how to improvise, any of that stuff, learning an incredible rich catalog of songs. I was shocked, absolutely shocked by the number of songs that they have in the tab library. It's like they downloaded all of Ultimate Guitar into this app. There's so many. It's pretty reasonably priced. It's pretty easy to install. It connects so fast, I was blown away. And the sort of shortcomings that I experienced weren't so bad that you should not consider buying it if you're wanting to learn how to play the guitar and you want to try the high-tech approach of the Fret Zealot. I would definitely recommend it. And if for no other reason than you can get a wild light show out of your guitar, it's definitely worth the price of admission. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, thank you to our Patreon subscribers who make this and other videos possible. If you want to get your name in the credits just like this, sign up for our Patreon at patreon.com/geargods. And don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube for more reviews and original content. And I'll see you real soon.